Well, Bruce, did you feel that you owe this show, this Greek show, to the fans? Because the previous one was cancelled due to Janick injuries.
Yeah, well, we had to drive a long way from England all the way to Greece and back again just for one show. So, but we don't mind doing it. It's a thank you to the Greek fans. It was unfortunate the show got cancelled, but this way, you know, I think everything's going to be okay.
And hopefully we will not have this fireworks stuff. Do you remember what happened the previous time you visited Athens?
Yeah, I just have something. I don't like it when people get hurt at concerts. This is really dangerous. I mean, so people can lose their eyes or their limbs and stuff. This kind of shit is really dangerous, and everybody could see what happened at Roskilde, and all those people were killed. The same thing with fireworks and stuff. It's really scary, for the audience, and if people are freaking out in the audience, on stage we can't do our jobs, because we're worried about them.
Well, how many gigs are left till the end of the tour?
This is it.
This is the end, and as I know, is the Rock in Rio or something like that?
Yeah, there's some shows in January in Buenos Aires, Chile, Mexico City, and Rio.
And as I know, you're gonna record a live in Rio, and you're gonna release a DVD, a live album.
That's correct. Yeah.
And why did you decide to release the live performance in Rio and not the Earl's Court or the Madison Square Garden, which were a huge success, as I know?
Because Rio is just such a great event, and I think there's going to be maybe, I don't know, there's going to be more people in Rio than anywhere else that we're playing this year. And Rio is a great place to film a DVD. It's, they're filming it anyway. They have 16 cameras there already. The whole thing is set up for filming. Filming at Earl's Court and filming at Madison Square Garden is actually a pain in the ass.
Well, the previous time that you played in Rock in Rio, 1984, as I know, was the last time that Maiden was not at the top of the bill, but you did support Queen, right?
Yeah.
Is there a chance to see Maiden supporting any other band in the future, or that will never happen?
I have no idea. It depends if it's a festival sort of situation, but I can't think of a band who would want us to support them.
Well, Bruce, everybody knows that a lot of pressure is imposed on Maiden. I mean, managers, fans, labels want a lot of things from you. Does these things allow you to have fun on stage, to have fun when you're making music?
Oh, yes. In fact, we probably have more fun when we're making music than any other time, because when we're on stage for 2 hours, it's the only time the phone can't ring.
So what do you prefer, being on the stage and performing live, or being in the studio and working on new ideas?
I don't like being in the studio, but I do like working on new ideas.
To work them on mind or something like that, not the studio?
Yeah, writing. I like the excitement of writing a new song and imagining how it's going to turn out, and I like the imagination process. Working in a studio is quite the opposite. The inspiration is all in the song, and it's the inspiration that I'm addicted to. The executing the song in the studio is more painstaking, and actually it's just bloody boring sometimes. You take your dream and your vision and you watch it get broken down into tiny pieces and stuff, and there are producers love that. So that's why we have a producer.
That's their work.
Yeah, that's what they love that. That's their inspiration, and I'm glad they exist, because I can't do what they do. I have no real interest in it.
Well, Bruce, do you perceive this huge success of Brave New World as a revenge to everybody who said that Maiden have nothing to offer to the music of today, that Maiden are dead?
Well, it gave me a certain amount of satisfaction doing a great album, A Brave New World with Maiden. A lot of people made predictions that, you know, that we were only getting back together, you know, for some money and the album would be shit, or that A Brave New World would sound like Chemical Wedding, or that, you know, all this stuff. And it was funny because we knew when we started writing the song, this was going to be a great Maiden album. And it's turned out fantastic.
Well, metal is considered today totally uncool and outmoded. Do you think that Maiden can help in order to make metal popular again?
I'm not sure whether I want metal to be popular again.
Why not?
I think metal is better when it's underground. I mean, also let's look. I mean, we've sold, you know, over 1.5 million albums.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind being unpopular.
Yeah. But do you think that in the year 2000, Maiden can still be influential to a new generation of musicians?
Yes, because there are very few people out there doing what we do, and when people hear what we do, they're very interested in how we do it, how we get away with it, and the fact that it is different to everything that's going on at the moment.
Well, Bruce, how do you choose the tracks that you perform live every night? According to which criteria have you chosen the set list?
Well,
And is it the same for every stop of the tour?
yes, it's pretty much the same set list every night. Basically, we chose songs which were maybe a little bit more obscure than normal. Like last year was definitely a greatest hits type thing. So this year we wanted to do not greatest hits, you know, a song really for people that had bought all the Iron Maiden albums.
Also, your stage show always was and still is very impressive and expressive, I think. What does this happen? Is it so important, the stage show, for you?
Yeah, it is. I think that the band's always had a reputation for putting on a good stage show, and I think if you can be a little bit creative with it, then it's fun, it's entertaining. It's what lifts the band out of being just another metal band, you know.
As I know, in this tour you have many different support acts. There was not only one band that supported you, but I think that 10 or 12 bands played with you. Was it your decision to play with all these bands of different genres of metal?
Yes, effectively. We were doing a lot of festivals, and at festivals you go with a package which is, you know, a variety of bands, depends on which country you're in.
As I also know now, in the next year you're not gonna work on a studio album, and you're gonna do a film or something like that. You're gonna be the producer, the author of a screenplay. What exactly is going on with this?
Well, it's a film. It's a film which we've been working on for nearly 10 years now.
10 years now?
Yeah.
And it will be based on the Chemical Wedding story?
Oh.
No.
And really, I mean, it's basically one of the characters in it is the old black magician Aleister Crowley. And beyond that, I don't really want to say much more, except that we're raising the money for it at the moment, and the production company is a new company started by Terry Jones.
From Monty Python?
From Python, yeah.
And you're going to have a role in that film?
If I do, it'll be very small.
You would like to have?
I don't think there is a role for me in it, actually. Not the one that I could easily see. They want me to have the film company want me to have a role in it because it's going to sell some movies.
Probably you could make some narration or something like that.
Oh, I don't know what, you know. I mean, I'm involved in writing the script. I just want to get the budget together. I want to get, you know, and start the main actors. You know, I'm not interested in being a movie star. I mean, I enjoy acting, but it's fun. But I don't want to be a movie star. I mean, get it. Even if I could be, which I couldn't. So.
Είμαστε εδώ για μια ακόμα απονομή των Iron Maiden. Δουλεύω στην εταιρεία από την εποχή του No Prayer for the Dying. Λίγο ή πολύ έχετε δει και έχουμε δει αρκετές απονομές. Αυτή έχει μια ιδιαιτερότητα για μας στην EMI, όχι μόνο γιατί η Iron Maiden κάθε φορά που κυκλοφορούσε ένα δίσκο ήταν από τα συγκροτήματα και είναι που μας έκαναν ευτυχισμένους και εμπορικά και καλλιτεχνικά.
Iron Maiden is a group that always made us happy in a commercial way and without feelings or feeling this.
Η ιδιαιτερότητα του νέου δίσκου του Brave New World είναι ότι έγινε χρυσός μέσα σε 7 ημέρες.
The most important thing about Brave New World is that it became gold within 7 days.
Και είναι η πρώτη φορά που ένα single από ένα heavy metal hard rock συγκρότημα έγινε επίσης χρυσός στην Ελλάδα.
And it's the first time that a single for a heavy metal group became gold in Greece for the first time ever.
Μένοντας 4 εβδομάδες στο chart των singles στην Ελλάδα, πράγμα που γίνεται για πρώτη φορά.
I stayed for 4 weeks in the chart, in the Greek chart for 4 weeks for the first time ever.
Έχουμε λοιπόν εδώ, είμαστε για μια απονομή ενός χρυσού single και ενός χρυσού άλμπου.
We're here to make an award for the gold single and gold album.
Στο σημαντικότερο συγκρότημα σε πωλήσεις για την EMI στην Ελλάδα ever.
To the most important group in sales from EMI Greece so far.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Good.
Thank you so very much, my friend. Thank you very much. So much. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Είναι ένας δίσκος ειδικά για το single, για να μην του δίνουμε άλλους σεξ. Πιο κάθετα λιγάκι, πιο κάθετα. Έτσι. Έτσι να σου παγιάμε.
I'll accept this on behalf of the secretary.
Well done.
Η Sunshine Music είναι η εταιρεία που έχει το management από την πρώτη στιγμή των Iron Maiden. Και είμαστε ευτυχισμένοι γιατί όχι μόνο έχει τους Maiden, αλλά δίνει στην EMI στην Ελλάδα και τη διανομή όλων των άλλων δίσκων της, σαν ανεξάρτητη εταιρεία δίσκων.
Excuse me. Can I have your attention? Just like to say, on behalf of Iron Maiden, and all of us and our management, and to our friends at EMI in Greece, that we really appreciate everything that you've done to us all over these years. We've had a great time every time we visit you, and you've done wonderful for the album, and this is a great honour to receive this gold disc and the single. We know everybody's worked very hard for us, and on behalf of all the band, thanks so much for all the great years, and especially to our fans for supporting us. We love you all. Thanks very much. I'm taking mine on the plane with me home tomorrow.
Blood is freedom stain. Don't you pray for my soul anymore. 2 minutes to midnight.
What do you have to say about the whole Napster hypothesis?
Oh, well. A lot of fuss over nothing.
Why is that? What do you mean?
Napster's been around for a while.
Doesn't this influence the sales of the band?
It hasn't influenced our sales at all. In fact, CD sales have gone up since Napster. Napster is about making money.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing the file swap thing. You see, it's in the end, a lot of very rich people put money to start Napster.
Yeah.
Now, ask yourself, why would a lot of very rich capitalists give something away for nothing and spend a lot of money doing it?
To get some more money.
To get some more money. Now, Napster's free. How can they get more money? Answer, they can't. But Napster is blackmail.
Yeah.
Because what happens is when everybody is sharing all their music through Napster, Napster then goes, hey, look, we have a distribution network worldwide that bypasses all the major labels. And Napster, what you bet, Napster Records Incorporated, and Napster starts putting an album out and it's only available on Napster and then you pay money. And I think this was their plan. The same with MP3.com. That was their plan too. And so now Napster have done a deal with BMG, and they're going to start charging money.
Yeah.
So eventually everybody's going to start. I mean, you don't get anything in this world for free. Artists do have to be paid, but the lawsuit against Napster, I thought was, we refused to be part of it.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was not for bands to be attacking their fans. All the fans were doing was sharing information, sharing tapes, if you like in the old days when you made cassette player tapes. That was all. So I look at it as this is the people trying to position themselves for maybe 10 years' time when you will be able to buy music on the web, online, properly.
Okay, talking about record labels, what is going on with your own record label?
I sold it.
You sold it?
Yeah.
To whom?
Sanctuary.
So you don't care about this anymore?
No, I do care about it. That's why I sold it.
Couldn't you handle it by yourself?
Well, it was a 50-50 joint venture between me and Sanctuary, and I was like, well, what's the point in me having this 50%? It's keep the label in Sanctuary. Sanctuary now is a very, very big. It's the second largest independent label in the world. With CMC and Castle Communications and all those record labels that it bought. So it makes no sense to exist completely outside it, or half of Air Raid outside it. Why? Much better to involve involve the whole label in Sanctuary. It's very expensive to make solo records and do all that kind of stuff that I do, there's a from their position, they're only making half the money. When I make a solo record, they sell it, they use their distribution, all their workers work on it, but they only make half the money. So I'm thinking, well, and when the company Sanctuary was very small, that was okay because I put in half the money, and they put in half the money, and we all, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, when Sanctuary suddenly goes boom, it's worth, you know, $250 million. Then, you know, you have to say, well, really, by me selling the company to them, I think I guarantee myself a really good solo career as an artist. And let's face it, you know, I don't want to be a record company, you know, mogul or some bullshit like that. I'm an artist. The only reason I had Air Raid Records was because it gave me artistic freedom.
Yeah.
I still have that artistic freedom. You know.
Yeah. We don't have more time. Your message to the Greek fans, Bruce?
Well, we'll see you all, or most of you, later tonight. Have fun. Don't get hurt. I hope you really enjoy the show.